Chairperson Wafula Chebukati has indicated that the pending review of boundaries may delay as the Commission may have to wait for the 2019 census. Chris Thairwa, senior political affairs reporter, is in Parliament and joins us now. Chris, good afternoon. There seems to be issues crippling the Commission beyond the census wait. Please bring us up to speed with that.
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Akisa. The three commissioners of the IEBC, led by their chairman, Wafula Chebukati, had appeared this morning before the Constitutional Implementation Oversight Committee that is headed by the Ndaragwa Member of Parliament, Jeremiah Kioni. And the purpose or the main reason of them appearing before today's committee was to brief the committee on the progress that they are taking in their mandate of reviewing the boundaries. Remember that the constitutional timeline states that after the boundaries can be reviewed after 8 years. And of course, after the promulgation of the constitution, that was in 2010, then come 2019, that is the time that the boundaries are expected to be reviewed. Yes, they have already indicated that they are making some progress, but there are challenges that they are facing. And one of the main challenges they are facing is a quorum. Remember that the law stipulates that if at all the commission will make any recommendations or any resolution, there'll have to be a quorum, and the quorum is 5. But currently there are only 3, and that has been the main challenge that they are facing. Another challenge that they are facing is that they can decide on whether to use the 2009 census or wait until the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics holds another census, which is expected to be conducted in 2019. Again, this is a decision that will, of course, expected to be determined by the commissioners, but until they have a quorum. And the argument that they're raising is if at all it continues like this, then all these issues and even the preparations for the 2022 general elections might be delayed and lag behind. Remember, Akisa, that currently the country does not have any law that stipulates on how the recruitment will be done on or those who will be sitting in that recruitment panel. And remember that the laws that we had were used in 2017 during the Kiraitu Orengo bipartisan committee that came up with that panel. And that has been one of the challenges that the country has been facing, even as they continue lamenting that they are facing the challenge of quorum. They've also touched on the financial muscle. They are indicating that they would like to be added more money. Remember that they had quoted 14 billion to handle the review of boundaries, which is expected to take place next year. And they've also touched on the issue to do with confidentiality and faith by Kenyans. What they're saying is that currently, as the IEBC is constituted, Kenyans have no faith with the commission itself, and that is one of the main challenges that they are facing. According to them, is that they are trying their best to ensure that they've given their communications team more power, more financial muscle to go out there to the grassroots and tell Kenyans on the positive aspect of the commission. But currently, as it stands, that is one of also the main issues on the challenges that they are facing. And according to the chairman, is that if this continues as it is, then they will have to wait until the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics conducts the census, so that we can know how many Kenyans are there before they conduct any boundaries review. And this means that if at all the Kenya Bureau of Statistics will conduct their census in 2019 August, they will have to wait for another 6 months so that they can go through the statistics that they have received from the Kenya Bureau of Statistics, so that they can decide on how they will review the boundaries, and that can only come in February 2020. That is only 2 years to the 2022 general elections. And so as it stands, they have actually pleaded with the Parliament to hasten that process of coming up with a law that will ensure that the commission other commissioners have been recruited, so that we can get the correct number of 7 commissioners and, of course, the quorum, which is 5, Akisa.
Thank you for that update. Chris Tyro, senior political affairs reporter, talking to us, of course, about what the chairperson has said in that particular committee as far as the revision or the review of boundaries is concerned. Of course,